Hi everyone, Ellen Sweeney from Tips for iOS. By now I know you've had the opportunity to install iOS 10, and this week I'd like to walk you through some of the new features in the messaging app. I have to say, Apple did a really great job with these. The only problem? You might not know where to find them. Messages gives you a bunch of ways to change the way your texts are delivered to your fellow iOS users, including screen and bubble effects. Here's how to use them. Open Messages and select a conversation and start typing in the message field. And once you have your message finished, tap and hold the little blue send button. And by default, you'll see the bubble effects. And here you can choose from the different effects. You have invisible ink, gentle, loud, and slam. You'll select the effect that you want and then tap on the send button. If you don't want to send, you can just click on the X and it'll bring you back to the message field. Now let's look at the screen effects. Again, you'll go through the same process of selecting a conversation, typing it into the message field, tapping and holding the blue arrow next to the message field. And by default, we talked that the bubble effects will come up first. Tap on screen effects in the top right hand side. And now you have your screen effects. Balloons, confetti, lasers, fireworks, and shooting stars. When you find the effect you want, tap on the blue send button and your message will be sent. When a typed message isn't personal enough, now you can type a handwritten note. Here's how. Turn your phone into landscape mode. On some devices, you might have to tap on the handwritten button on the bottom right of the keyboard. Using your finger, write the message that you'd like to send on the white canvas. And if you make a mistake, you can tap the undo button in the top left-hand corner to start erasing. To send a pre-written message or a message you've previously written, select it from the thumbnails at the bottom of the screen. You can swipe left to see more options, or tap on the keyboard icon to bring up the landscape keyboard. If you run out of space, tap on the arrow on the right side of the canvas and a new screen will appear. You can see the preview of the thumbnail in the top right of the screen next to the Done button. When you're finished, tap Done. The handwritten note will be sent as an attachment. You can even add a typed comment if you want. To remove the handwritten portion, tap on the X in the right-hand corner. When you're finished, tap Send, and your message will be sent exactly as you wrote it. When the Apple Watch launched, Apple created Digital Touch, where you could send quick taps, sketches, and even your heartbeat to your friends. Now they have the same functionality in iOS 10, which means the iPhone and iPad have access to it. Here's how to make the most of Digital Touch. Tap on the little arrow next to the messaging field, and then tap on the Digital Touch button, which is the heart with two fingers on top. And this brings up a canvas where you can send a variety of effects, and there's a cheat sheet to the right. If you touch on those little fingers, now you'll get a cheat sheet of all the things that you can do with Digital Touch. I'm going to close out of that. You can also tap on the little video icon to the left of the canvas, and when you do that, it's going to come into selfie mode, but you can flip the camera around if you want, and you can actually record your messages right on the screen, either before you send the message or during the recording, or even after you've recorded the message. You can also just take a picture if you want and then draw on the picture. Let me get out of that. And the last thing that you have there is you have a color swatch, and you can tap on the color swatch where you can change the different colors of what you want to draw with in the canvas. So that's pretty much it for Digital Touch. Apple is also letting developers modify their apps to run in Messages, so that lets you do everything from text live sports scores to your friends via the ESPN app, sharing movies through IMDb, or even play games. This feature is also where you'll add the stickers that you can send through Messages, and to do that, you're going to tap on the apps icon, which is next to the Digital Touch icon. It looks like a couple of pencils that are formed together to create an A. Go ahead and tap on that, and then you're going to tap on the little 4 circles down in the bottom left hand corner, and when you do, a bunch of different things are going to come up. If you tap on recents, you'll see recent things that you've done within Messages. If you tap on images, you'll get a bunch of different GIFs that you can send, and you can even type in to find a GIF that you might want to send. And if I type back out of there, you can also send music, so you can choose a clip to send to your friends. Let me get back out of that. And then the last thing that you really can do in here is if you tap on the store button, which is the little plus icon, if you tap on that, it will bring you into the store for your Messages app. There's a lot of free stickers in there that you can download and send to your friends. And then if you tap on Manage, here's where you manage your stickers. You can automatically add apps. So all of your apps, or many of your apps, are going to come with stickers already included in them. And you can choose to flip that slider on and have all your apps download the images, or down below you can choose to turn off, different images. So if I go back, you'll see that I have some apps that have some images in them, and you can actually send those images as stickers via the Messages icon. The last thing I want to show you in the messaging app is if you tap on the little arrow next to the Messages field, you also have a camera there, and if you tap on that, now you have access to take a picture directly from within the imaging app, or access to all the photos that you've recently taken. So that's a pretty cool feature, that you have a live camera within your messaging app, or access to your photo library. Wow, that was a lot to cover, so I know this video is a little bit longer than normal, but there are a lot of new features in the messaging app, and they're really fun to use. I hope that gives you a really good overview of how to use them. I'm Ellen Sweeney, and I'll see you next week on Tips for iOS.